pork chops.
I stop laughing. Yeah.
Okay, I said I was going to ask you this thing about the small chop thing.
All right.
In the movie, you were trying to, coming into the wedding, you're trying to stop the wedding. In reality, would you do that?
Well, it depends. If he is owing me money, yeah, or if we had a fight and he threatened me, or if there was a bet to my friends, I would definitely
do that.
Yes, but I'm sure I would have some people on standby should anybody start throwing punches or should they see a gun and someone's about to pull the trigger. I would definitely.
But in the movie, you had no one on standby, so you were just riding alone.
So now the thing is, because we didn't have like an idea who she was. We didn't have like an in-depth analysis or characterization of who she was or what the character would do in any situation or any backstory whatsoever. Yeah, that's what I was trying to find. It was difficult to tell if she's someone who would actually, if the guy had not threatened her, if she would have actually gone to the man. Yeah, so that's the thing. It could have just been that she was just trying to just show herself and would have ended there. And maybe if Aina's character had not stopped her, she'd have gone along. Okay, so that being said, let's talk about your character.
Okay.
So I saw that there was a scene that you had to do like in an ocean or a river or sea, babe, like a lot of gods. So I want to ask you, what exactly or how long did it take you to prepare? Did you have to learn how to swim? Did you have to learn how to paddle a boat? Did you have to learn how to do anything?
I actually didn't know how to swim, but not in that kind of river. I know how to swim in the pool. So with that one, it's a different ball game altogether. So when I was to go for the movie, All Lady the Fisher Girl, and then I saw this part of the paddling of the boats. I asked the director, am I really going to paddle this boat? And he said, yes, I'm going to paddle the boat. Okay, fine.
Did you see the script before you went on set?
Yes, I did.
You didn't, there was no part where it said you were going to paddle the boat?
No. Most times in Nollywood generally, most times they might want to, switch. If the character is having issues with it, they will, okay, no problem. If you cannot do this, we can as well do something else. But me, I love it when you give me a script. I like to give it to you the way it is in the script, no matter how daring the character is. So now when I saw the paddling of the canoe, I asked the director, am I going to go into a river? The river, I didn't know what the particular river, whether it's Third Mainland Bridge or River Niger. But then he said, yes, you're going to go into the river, you're going to paddle the boat. I don't know how to paddle the boat. I know how to swim. I don't know how to swim, but not in that kind of river. So at that point, we got to this particular river. It's in the island around Ajabajori, something like that. So on getting there, I saw the canoe. There were many, and they told me to pick the one I wanted. I said, okay, no problem, I'll go with this one. And then there's this guy that taught me how to paddle a canoe.
How to paddle?
I actually learned how to paddle that canoe on set.
How long did it take?
30 minutes. Yes, I'm a fast learner. 30 minutes, but I was still scared.
You're saying that it's something like learning how to swim or to drive or maybe to kill fowl or something. You're saying like it's something that big. It's just to paddle.
Let me tell you one thing. When I got into the river and then the whole, you paddle this, you paddle, you move, you have to use the energy and all that. So at a point, I got to almost, let me just say, almost the middle of the river. And then I was alone, and then the drone and everything was still moving around. That was when it dawned on me that, babe,
should anything go wrong?
I asked myself, I'm the only one on this, so what do I do now? Okay, let me still remember what I was taught. The whole move it this way and this way, and then they both kept moving.
So this is a question that I haven't asked anyone on set before, and I'm choosing to ask now because it's something that we don't talk about enough. Have you ever been sexually harassed on set by maybe a director, producer, or anyone? It could be male, it could be female, because when we ask ladies if they've been sexually harassed on set, they just look at, oh, the guy. But what about the ladies? Sexual harassment between the same sex happens on set, right?
Yeah, it happens, but I have not experienced that. I haven't. Because I think why I haven't experienced that, if you look at sexual harassment generally in the industry, how does it happen? How does it come? You understand? Maybe you're looking for a particular role, you met with this director or a producer, which is a man, and then, or even a woman, and then you say, I need to act, I want to act. and then he takes advantage of it. That's sexual harassment, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, I will say when I started in Nollywood, I started with producing my movie. Mm-hmm. Maybe because of that, I didn't want to go through such things. You know, I started with producing my movie, and then from there I started, you know, showing on TV, and I had people calling me for jobs. So I didn't really go through the thing of, director, I need a job, producer, help me with this character, I want to film it. Because most times I feel that when you go to a director or a producer and tell the producer, I would love to feature on your job, they take advantage of it. I just feel that was it.
No.
Okay, I told you earlier, I was telling you about the scene I paddled the boat, and it looked like you don't like challenging characters. Not the kind of character you come and you act what is not you. Like challenging characters, like where you are being told to paddle a boat, you feel you have this fear of you might get drowned. I've done a movie where I played a goddess in the movie, and then I was asked that I was going to, it looked a little bit raw. It looked somehow, you know, disgusting and all that. I was asked to, you know, kill a live chicken with my mouth. It was disgusting. I was asking myself, how am I going to do this?
Did you?
I did. Yes, I did. I did, and I was happy I did, because when I saw the picture, it was so real. It was real, and I loved it.
Remind me.
But you know the funny thing? No.
Ever use the same cup, same spoon,
No,
same whatever. Ever.
Let me tell you.
You're never getting close to me.
Well, I didn't eat the chicken. I just killed it with my mouth, with my teeth. Yes, and I have the picture.
Blood splashed on you.
I have the video. Yes, it did, and that was what the director wanted, the real thing. And I was asking myself, what was I doing? But you know the funny thing?
I mean, it's a job.
I couldn't eat chicken for almost God knows how long, like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
If I see chicken, I would keep running.
But now you did chop
I did tear them.
Chicken
don't mad.
Tear rubber.
So I was asking you, if given such script, such character in the script to do, what would you do? Will you tell the production house you can do it?
This will now take me to answer this. One of the most challenging things that I have had to do. I remember I was way younger. It was for a TV series. I can't remember. I think This Life was Super Story. I cannot remember. So the reason, or the only thing that had made me lose the job was not knowing how to drive.
Okay.
I could not drive. And they were supposed to start shooting like 3 days later. So they had already started casting for this character to play the lead role on this job, on this set. And for some very weird reason, a good fortunate reason, of course, because I got the role eventually. I met the production manager of the job. I had a church project that I was supposed to do, and then we now started talking, and he was not like, oh, I'd like you to come, Brit. So I went, I saw Wale Adeniga, and the next thing, boom, they said, we want you to play this role. They're not like, oh, so we went for everything, did fittings, did everything. Then the next time we were supposed to start shooting on Monday, it was a Friday. Then I said, so the guy now called me like on Saturday to say, I forgot to ask me that they've had a lot of issues where people come on set and they can't drive. That can you drive? I couldn't drive. I was not like, of course I can drive. You were not like, because you had a lot of driving scenes. That's okay, I'm going to send this into you. I'm going to forward the script to you. And when I started reading scripts, the driving scenes were more than normal scenes. I was terrified.
Wow.
As in that night, like I almost had a panic attack. I couldn't sleep. I was thinking, how am I going to do a job where I cannot drive and it's the character is going to drive in almost all this. If you were not an actor, what other job would you be doing in production?
If I'm not an actor rather, I would prefer
fashion stylist.
Yeah, I'll be a stylist.
I would definitely be a director. I love to control things. So it's been fun talking to you and hanging out with you, and hopefully we get to work on set. And I look forward. I can't wait. This was fun.